were still accounted for majority Turkmen Oghuz who had come from Islamic countries, especially Iran. For the urban community obviously enjoyed the Islamic Iranian culture. Seljuk commander and soldiers showed great passion for land and money by control and verification of Sultan. In this issue, reputation was considered a passion, a kind of wealth and others. As a result, many of them built mosques, schools, monasteries, and charities. To ensure the compliance with legal principles, Sultan put judge in charge for management of Islamic laws in each district. For example, Suleiman ibn Qutlumesh in 1084, with the conquest of the city of Trassus, begged for a judge from the Shiite districts of Tripoli. The interesting point in this urban community is the alignment of people, credibility with political position, moral authority, and wealth. So, the Emir's family were headed of political economic authority. The second group was affluent families and also merchants and agents that were representative of the people in the government, and at last craftsmen and artisans were the subject of consideration. Craftsmen were divided into separate guilds. Each have accepted a tekiye for a community and truly appreciated to an elder of tekiye. In cities, there were another organization and communities such as community of lecturer, sheikhs, anchorites, and abolatites. Each lecturer was a sheikh as well. Even judge thought in addition of judgment and also other people and disciples. Lecturers who taught disciples in schools were like Sheikh of Taraqa, lived like a dervishes and sometimes reached to the degree of wali. Poetry for power's sake, or power for poetry's sake. Seljuk sultans and Anatolian aristocrats like Iranian Seljuk and other medieval Islamic rulers have great respect for intellectuals and literature and truly cared for sheikhs, poets, in a court were respected by rulers on the one hand, and on the other hand could be a means of survival and stability of power. Ruler credits depends on how much approval they get by intellectual poets and elders. At a time where there were no cinema, theater, newspaper, or other new media, naturally music and poem themes could infiltrate their nation and align and decrease the fame and popularity of the rulers, ministers, and sheikh. Ruler, emirs, and also merchants and nobles depend heavily on intellectuals in the social structure of Konya, and maybe there were scholars as well. The cultural trend of kings to Iran is evident. An obvious example is, for example, Ghiyasuddin Kaykhosro, the first after returning from Byzantium and throning, wrote a letter to Majduddin Ishaq, father of Sadruddin Ghonyavi, and invited him to Konya in Persian verses. His mastery of Persian literature and poetry can be figured out from the same poem, Sahat Zahid Zata Tahirin Samawi, Taj Ashab Majlis Akhavi. Or the poet of Sultan Malik Shah about himself is as following: به زخم تیغ جهانگیر و گرز قلعه گشای جهان مسخر من چو تن مسخر رای بسی قلاع گرفتم به یک نمودن دست بسی حصار گشودم به یک فشردن پای اجل چو تاختن آورد هیچ سود نداشت بقا بقای خدای است و ملک ملک خدای. These are the Persian poems, and they will say it when they are a conquest of a city. So it's parallel, poetry and power of conquest. Poetry was such important for people that in order to inform people of significant events and also to take lessons and attention, poems were applied. For example, about the arriving of Prince Karatay in Aksaray, it was written, in short, in difficulties of the state, the accident of scattering of the population and the age has hacked this quatrain everywhere at this time. ما جهان را گذاشتیم و شدیم. نقش بر دل نگاشتیم و شدیم. پس از این نوبت شماست که ما نوبت خیش داشتیم و شدیم. So, they will say in a Persian poem, when they act so powerfully,